We got Joe Carnahan in the house, who is got. We're going to talk about El Chicano, your movie.
Oh, the New York Times
it's kind of
today.
historical.
New York Times huge feature on El Chicano.
Really?
Oh, yeah?
Just now.
So we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
We're going to get into Boss Level. With,
Yes.
Well, Will Sasso, Mel Gibson, Frank Grillo.
Yes.
Naomi Watts.
Never heard of
Yes.
them.
Naomi Watts. So I'd never heard of any of those actors.
Yes.
And this is the guy who writes and directs. And if you guys don't know, wrote and directed Smoking Aces. Wrote and directed
I love that.
18.
Top 5 for me. Smoking Aces, great movie.
Great
And
movie.
that's why Brendan Schaub's a rich guy.
Well, hey, I know. We'll get into
That has a lot to do
We'll
with
get
it.
into him being a baron, a CBD baron, and then we'll also get into the fact that you wrote and directed Narc, you wrote and directed The Gray, you wrote and directed. I mean, I don't know how many movies you have your hands on.
El
It's so
Chicano.
weird. Pride and Glory.
Pride and Glory for our good friend Gavin O'Connor.
Yeah, so many movies.
Death Wish, which I complained about until I saw Residual Check and stopped complaining about that movie.
Oh boy, I remember that.
Yeah.
You're a very temperamental guy. You walked off of Mission Impossible when you were
yeah.
directing. You were going to direct it with Tom Cruise. And
Yes,
you
I did.
That's a great story.
Yeah, and he basically goes, "I'm not doing the movie." He told Tom
Yeah, I
Cruise.
know.
Yeah, but you know what? I thought, listen, it was just not my jam. Will Smith on Bad Boys 3 wasn't my jam. They're great guys.
Oh, yeah. Were
man.
you supposed to?
I was. I did El Chicano. I was doing Bad Boys 3, and I left Bad Boys 3 to go do El Chicano.
But with Bad Boys 3, why would you leave it? It's just not.
It was
your
just
vibe?
that's what I call like the movie star mambo. Like, you know, Will is a big guy, moves a lot of air, and if you want certain things done, you got to go along with that.
He has
with
his
that
ways.
thing.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
you're
not who you are.
That's how a lot of guys are, though. I mean,
Yeah.
like so the big boys who move, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure Martin Lawrence was just happy to have a job.
Listen, I was a huge Martin Lawrence fan. Back in the day, I loved his show.
Me too.
So I was bummed about not being able to work with Martin Lawrence, to be honest with you. So it was just one of those things, man. I wrote what I thought was a fantastic script. It was greenlit in November of 2015.
Damn, a while ago.
And then I began that process of what I did with Tom, where you go through and it just starts getting pulled apart like hot bread. And it's like, and that's okay. Listen, if I was a 27, 28-year-old kid, I'm like, yeah, whatever you want to do, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm old as shit. I'm not going to
You don't
play
care.
that game.
But you've
I do
also
care, bro.
wrote-
I do care. That's the problem.
Yeah,
is
you
like,
care.
You care about
if
your
listen,
vision. Yeah.
If you shut up, if I shut my mouth and wasn't such a loudmouth and didn't say stupid-ass things throughout my career, I'd be a lot richer. But,
Maybe.
you know,
Or you
maybe.
wouldn't be here.
Or I wouldn't be. Yeah.
You also wouldn't be the artist you are. You wouldn't be the guy who can write a fucking script like Smoking Aces, where I call you up and I go, "Hey, how do you
Oh,
do
so
this?"
cool. So many different characters.
Oh, my God.
it was good.
I'm really proud of that film, and but again, it's one of those movies. Like with this one with El Chicano, it's like I just want to own that stuff. I don't want to work for hire.
Why is this
Do you
El
know what I mean?
Chicano?
So-
This El Chicano thing is kind of historical, a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's an all Latino cast, and everybody passed on the movie. Everybody passed on the script, even though they said, "Oh, the script's really good," and then everybody passed on the movie when it was done.
Mexicans are so hot right now.
And I heard someone say, "They're so hot."
They're so hot.
Mexicans are so
It's like
hot.
Magatu.
He's not talking.
It's like
spicy.
Magatu
He
in
means hot in
Zoolander.
business.
I mean,
Yeah.
on the streets,
He
Mexicans
means
are
on the street.
all the craze.
They're all the crazy.
Let me get in there. How do I get on that Mexican?
Is it the
market?
first Mexican? Is it the first Chicano superhero?
It's the first. Yeah, I think Ghost Rider was written as Mexicano, but it was
really?
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage went, hold
Nick
my
Cage
beer.
can play
I'm gonna
anybody.
fuck this up.
Isn't that funny? movie star trumps any kind of politically correct
Oh,
message.
they don't give a shit.
Fuck
By the way,
off.
they wanted Joaquin Phoenix to play Pablo Escobar. I remember meeting with Joaquin Phoenix in New York to play Pablo Escobar. Thank God we didn't do that.
Bob, I worked with him for 5 days. He's a hell of an actor, but
Pablo
it's-
Escobar, though? You're not,
Dude, did you work
Yeah.
there 5 days before he died?
Colombian?
No. Colombian. I work with Colombian with Pablo Escobar and Joaquin Phoenix, but
Different times, bro.
Different times.
Different times.
bro. Back when I was in the
Different times, brother.
back when I was in the cartel in Medellin,
Medellin?
and Cartagena.
You know what's in
Cartagena.
So is it your movie's actually comprised of actual, because the story's based around Mexicans, right?
Bro, the story's based on Ben Bray, the writer-director. His brother, he lost him to gang violence. And so for years he said to me, "Hey, dude, there's no Latino superheroes. We don't have I don't identify with a white guy in a cave.
Black people
billionaire,"
just got
you know.
Black Panther.
And by the way, showed up. And so what it was he said that for years and years and years. And then he had a tragedy. He lost his daughter at birth. And I'm like,
Jesus
homie,
Christ.
listen. And that's the fucking most inconceivable thing that you can. So I didn't know how to deal with that. How do you deal with that level of tragedy? You just go, dude, if we can reconstitute this into something creative and go and make El Chicano, we should go do it. And I was kind of at the end of my rope with Bad Boys 3. You know, it's like you know, there's great stories about them. You know, and like I said, I adore Will, and it's his face on the poster, his name on the poster. You got to do
So he
things
wants
the way
it
you want
done
them
his
done.
way.
So
well,
it's cool.
you guys similar. You guys are both alpha when it comes to being creative. So he's like, dude, I have my way, and you're like, well, I have my way.
And
He's
you
like,
got
cool,
Jerry
man.
Bruckheimer. Jerry Bruckheimer's no slouch.
Oh, there you
Jerry
go.
Bruckheimer, I'm not kidding you. We're on the ascent out of Burbank to fly to Miami. We're like this in Jerry's jet, and Jerry turns and goes, quit fucking around with Will and just give him what he wants.
Really?
Dude, I'm like, bro, are you thugging me?
Wow.
On
you're
your
on the-
jet?
could've
On the
told me to stay
ascent?
down there.
You could have told me on the ground.
The door opens and they got two thugs there.
Yeah, it's like
hanging
in the
outside.
bathroom, bro. There's these two guys, you know. But it's like, but that's the level of, and I love Jerry, man. I mean, Jerry's. Look at in terms of successful producers, who's better? Who's more prolific?
he's up there.
But again, man, you gotta be willing to play that game. I don't know how guys like J.J. Abrams do it. They're just incredibly astute. They know how to balance out that stuff. They know how to take
business-minded.
take the creative stuff from the executives and just make. They're brilliant at that.
Is
you
it?
know?
Is it
the
do you
Marvel
think-
guys? I don't know how they do
But
that.
do you think that Will Smith and Tom Cruise, and Brad Pitt? I keep hearing that the age of the movie star is done.
It is, brother.
It is?
Here's the truth, and think about it. And these are, and I say this with all deference and to their talent and all respect. If Hugh Jackman doesn't have claws, no one gives a shit. If Daniel Craig isn't named James Bond, no one gives a shit.
Wow.
If Robert Downey Jr. isn't Tony Stark, no one gives.
It's the character.
It's the character.
It's like Marvel. You could cast anybody as Batman, Joker. It does not
They're
matter.
gonna show up.
Those things are
I
gonna,
mean, think
you
about,
think
like-
people show up to the Avengers because fucking Thor, whatever the actor's name is, plays
Chris
They don't care.
Hemsworth. Hemsworth's great too.
He's great. Captain
great.
America. They want
don't
to
give a
see
shit.
the characters.
They want to see.
That's
Does not
interesting.
matter.
They
So now
didn't.
they're selling- you're
Endgame
selling a
didn't make
brand.
the money it made because it's certainly that cast helps. They're all great in their roles. Like
Yeah.
I love all that. I mean, they're really, those movies are intensely enjoyable. But you're absolutely right, brother. That age is over. And like when people say,
So
"Well,
interesting.
is Lupita Nyong'o a star because Us made 170, $80 million?" No, she's a great actress in a great movie, and it worked.
Yeah.
But you can't. You're talking.
you're not gonna
I'm telling you, the
transfer-
studio way of doing things is dying. It's over.
But a lot of it too is going. I was just having this conversation with someone the other day. A lot of it's going digital. Obviously,
Yep.
digital's the move, right?
Yeah.
So let's say I don't want to use it. So let's say Spike wants to give you a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in 4 years, Spike's going to be in your space of digital. So why would you give them the rights to your 12-part series that you created? When they want to come into the space, so now they're going to be competitor because right now they're on TV, so they're not a competitor because you're in digital. But
Right.
soon they're going to be over in
Right.
digital.
Right.
So why,
So
so
what do you
why
mean?
would you?
No,
so
Brendan,
why
that's
don't you
exactly
just
right.
keep it? Why put it on your platform?
Brother, that's
put
exactly
it on
right.
your page.
That's exactly right.
Because they're competitors.
Listen, they said,
They're
like,
all those ABC,
totally.
NBC, Marvel,
Totally.
Spike, Comedy Central. Those are going to be your competitors in 5
Dude,
years.
you know what, I was-
right now we're cool in digital.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You have a place here.
I was thinking
they're
about
gonna
this.
come over here.
They
They're gonna
pulled
come over
all
to
the
YouTube. They're going to come over to our.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They have to
channel.
but which is great for us because we're already here.
Yeah.
So, but if NBC or Comedy Central offers you a TV show, why would you give it to them? Why don't you just do it, produce it yourself?
Yeah, that's what we did.
'Cause
That's
they're
what I did with El
competitive.
Chicano. Listen, it's like you look at the statistics. 7% of the tickets purchased Asian Americans. 10% of the tickets purchased African Americans. 25% of the tickets Latinos. On a genre film like that, it's close to 50. So if you don't even have to look, like I look at that and go, why would I give this? Why would I sell this
Yeah.
IP to a studio?
Yeah.
Why would I just sell it? I did it with Smoking Ace. I don't know what Smoking Ace. I wish I did. I'd have marketed the hell out of it, man.
Yes.
You know, so, and what Brendan just said is absolutely true. I wondered why all those Marvel series, Punisher, Daredevil, I thought, they must have not gotten the numbers. They got canceled. No. Disney took them back because Disney's going to launch against
Their
Netflix.
own digital, and so is Apple.
So is Apple.
They all want their digital.
They want their
piece.
stuff back.
Damn.
Yeah.
So everybody's going to be competing with Netflix. It's
Yeah.
Gonna be,
Everyone
it's on.
goes, this is the move. All
Yep.
right, and then everyone's moving there.
The streaming
everyone's moving
services are going to be. I'm telling you, streaming services are like the new studio. Like that's where all the hubbub's going to be.
so interesting.
And you want as much content as you can
Yep.
be.
yeah,
You want as much content so
Yeah.
people come to your platform.
Yeah.
yeah. YouTube.
Like
Hulu.
why would you give the platform to Comedy Central?
Yeah.
Like I had this conversation
So
the other
the
day.
problem
This,
becomes-
this big network was like, "Oh, we're going to advertise on your podcast." Because they start a podcast network, you would definitely know. They want to advertise on your podcast.
Has it got 3 letters in it?
So I went. Well, what podcasts do they have? And they gave me a list. So I went and looked at them. I went, well, my show's bigger than all theirs. And they're like, yeah, but they'll advertise your show and you advertise on vice versa. Where you help them out, they help you. I'm like, well, only one person's helping someone here.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys are trying to get into my space.
Yep.
Yeah.
On TV, yeah, you guys kill me. But on digital, I'm the big dog here.
Right.
And they want to advertise.
Because you guys, you built that audience out.
Correct.
You built that audience.
That loyal audience.
Totally.
This is going to happen with your movie.
I hope so. I mean, the thing is too, it's like, listen, like 20 years ago when I started, if you got a 2-picture deal at Universal, you were the man. It's like, oh my God, you're anointed. That's it. It's indentured servitude. It's not, you're not really, listen, that's not to say like those guys that like, that make the Fast and Furious, everybody's making a lot of money on those movies. Everybody's making money on the Marvel films, everybody. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you're still at the service of a giant, monolithic conglomerate.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you just got to decide. And I think what Brendan's saying is very sharp, very smart, because why? I own it. Why would I? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll license it to you. You want to license my show? You want to license it? Great. But I'm not going to. Dean Devlin, who produced this show called Leverage with Timothy Hutton, which is not even on the air anymore. I can't find 5 people who have ever seen this show.
No.
My buddy was with Dean when TBS handed him a $65 million check. Why? Because Dean Devlin shot that show himself, cut that show himself, and literally sent it out to him an ISDN line going, there's your show, and licensed it to him for 7 years.
That's the move.
$65 million. And he shot in Portland, Oregon, and literally used to distribute all the per diem to the cast and crew in $2 bills, so that everywhere they went in Portland, to a merchant, they went, oh, you paying $2 bills? You must be part of that show.
Oh, wow.
So every time it came up for vote, it would pass the referendum to keep the little tax credit going.
Wow.
Smart, dude. Those are the guys those are the world builders.
I think the whole landscape, and it's not that these big networks, they're stuck in their ways. Everything changes, right?
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
evolves.
Right.
So
Evolves
it's
or
even
dies.
like with my comedy special drops May 17th, shameless plug. But when it drops May 17th, like I'm going over with the publicist on things they want me to do. Even that plan's old school. Like, or I can just call my friends who have a network with, and they're my best friends. They have the biggest shows in the world. I just do that. This will reach this many people.
That's right.
This will be 4 days. Now you want me to fly to New York and do all that? Well, how many people does that reach, man?
Yeah.
They're like, well, that's just, I'm like, well, that's what you're used to doing. That's the mold, but that's so old school.
It is, dude. It's antiquated.
My time can be so much more wisely than what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
That's so old school, man.
Yeah.
But they're just stuck in it.
Right.
They don't know.
It's the only thing they have to offer, actually.
Well, that's all they know too,
Yeah. It's just really interesting to me that the creators now, for the first time in the history
Have
of
all
the
the power.
world, are going to have all the power.
It's fantastic.
It's the best thing.
Democracy.
Because
It's the way it should
not
be.
only that, though, you won't have to worry about... See, because now, when you go to... A friend of mine just interviewed at Netflix, and it is so...
To work there?
Yes.
Okay.
And they're like, you're either on board with this vision of ours, which is this new progressive vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they actually have quotas where they'll be like, regardless of who's the best guy for the job here or gal for the job, we want an Asian director. We want a woman of color here. We want so
They want to check all boxes.
They want to check all the boxes.
They want to make sure
correct.
everyone's
The old studio's dead. But the problem is that now you're at the mercy of Netflix's Netflix corporate board, whoever they are, whether they're far left, whether they're whatever they might be.
Right.
But I feel like it's going to be interesting to see how now, when you have all the power and it's up to your vision and you can find your own. Because we can kind of say anything we want on this podcast.
Correct.
We still have, in fact, if we're politically incorrect, nobody's going to shut us down. Fuck you. We've got the world. We've got how many people?
What
listening
happens
to us?
anytime a sponsor or someone around us goes, dude, I really shouldn't think you should censor.
We
not
go
say
like this. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, which is brilliant.
Always.
Go fuck yourself.
Because, by the way, that's the ultimate creative kind of gesture is that I don't give a shit what I say. You don't like it, kick
It's a
rocks.
new freedom. It's kind of a new freedom. that
Rogan can put anybody he wants on that show.
Anybody.
I don't always agree with who he puts on there,
Yeah.
but it's like
Put
anybody
whoever
you
he
want.
wants.
Whoever you want.
Because
And
he's
by the
just
way,
having a conversation.
But when you look at the sheer numbers of even this podcast or shit, Rogan's, it's the biggest show in the world, man. I mean, you can't go on Jimmy Fallon, Kimmel, Colbert, Good Morning America.
No.
These podcasts reach more people. They touch more people than all those shows.
You're right, dude.
It's
Because
not
by the
even
way,
close.
I don't stay up to watch Fallon or Kimmel.
No.
I don't. It's like. But again, going back to what you said, dude.
I don't need
that is that outmoded, outdated, antiquated way of thinking about how do we promote this? What do we do? Let's go to this talk show, this talk show, this talk show. Let's get this cover of this magazine. Magazines, give me a fucking break. Who goes and goes? Oh, I got to get that new Vogue because blah blah's on the cover promoting this
Nobody.
movie. It's ephemeral, man.
Well, they wanted me to do for Complicated Apes. they wanted me to go and do 5 minutes on Fallon and 5 minutes on, and I was like,
4 minutes of clean
4
material.
minutes of clean material. I was like, I can just put this on YouTube. I can just put this, elsewhere, which I do. I don't know that that's going to make any difference at all.
It's not.
It's not. In terms of people buying.
There's no more
my
Carson.
special.
No.
There's no more like if you do
That's
a set,
exactly it, brother. There's no more
Carson was make or break. There's
Yep.
only 3 shows.
Yeah.
If you got the approval from Carson, your career was set.
That's right.
Now the closest thing you have to Carson is Joe Rogan.
Right.
It's not a bigger show. But now it's not. It's not like with Carson. If you had a good set, he'd go like this or invite you over.
Yeah.
Well, now it's dictated by the fans. Rogan likes you if he's going to have you on, right?
Yeah.
His fan base dictates whether they like you. They give you the
Right.
thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like Julius
Yeah.
Caesar.
Yes, as it should be.
We say that on this show. Like we say, we have a lot of people who want to come on, and we know, like there are people, good people, but I've said to them now, I just say straight, I go, you don't want to come on our show. They go, why? And even actors on my TV show on School, and I love them, but I'm like, you can't come on. I said this to, I won't let AJ on. I won't let my buddy Brett Dyer. I love them too much. They're too sweet.
It's not but it's not a fit. It's not what we do.
Our fans, our fans would be like, get the fuck out, show us your tits, whatever they might be. I mean, it's just I can't.
It's not what we do.
Yeah,
Right.
you got to be a certain kind of
They
person
don't want
to be
you
on
to
the
be
show.
politically correct. They don't like that. That's the thing. It's like you got to be willing to speak your mind too. It's like because I'm telling you, it's that system of kind of bullshit, like publicists and this and that. Don't do this. Don't do that. It's like for who?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, people
look
like
at the look at the country we live in right now.
You have to be
You're worried
authentic.
about what you're saying? Get the fuck. Come on, stop with that
Yep.
shit.
It has to be authentic because we've taken away that wall. Like before, back in the day, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Steven Seagal. Remember, those were the guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, but you just knew them from you didn't know with them.
No, there was a mystique to them. There was a
Yeah, they
mystique.
were unicorns.
Yes,
Yeah.
they
You saw them
they
in
come down
Commando.
from the hill
Like, what
once
the
in a while, and we'd be like, he's going to be on. What's he got to say?
Or you'd see like maybe a picture of him eating, like holy shit, he eats food like
Yes.
this.
I know. It's a
Yes.
big
Well,
deal.
now that wall's separated.
Gone.
And you know who's the best at it is Will Smith. He went, hold on. Instagram is the way people get to know you.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Hold my fucking beer.
Yeah, he
while
went
I
all in.
show everyone how to do Instagram.
Yeah.
And he has a team who writes for him.
Yeah.
And he put all this effort into Instagram. And they're like, oh shit, Will's great. Oh yeah, Will's great.
Right.
Is he got a huge following on Instagram?
Very big.
He does. But good for him.
By far the best on Instagram. I mean, he's putting time into it. He has a
No,
team.
listen,
He has writers.
By the way, and I said to these guys early on, like all the stuff with
is 30 million good be?
all the stuff with Will. Like I said, like with everything, any kind of shit I talk. Like I was waiting for somebody to say, hey, you shouldn't say this about your time with Will. You shouldn't do this. Shouldn't do that. And I said to them, hey man, I got a fucking $7 million movie opening. It's fight week. I don't give a shit who I say.
Agreed.
What about?
Agreed.
I'm calling you out. It's
fight week. Yep.
Yeah, it's fucking fight week. So. Come for me, bro.
Yeah.
Talk about
Come at me, man.
Talk
Yeah,
about
come
come at me, bro.
So boss level though, this movie you did with Mel Gibson, with Naomi Watts,
Yeah.
with Frank Grillo,
Yeah.
with Will Sasso. I've heard.
There's the Will S, the
I've not.
Will
I've heard not
Will
from
Sasso.
you, dude. I'm not from you. I've heard from people who are like, dude, this is going to be this movie is. I guess they're freaking out about it. Are the studios all fucking
Look
excited?
at my I look like something's wrong with. I look like I have Bell's palsy.
No, you look
It's a
the
great picture.
Well, you look like you had a stroke.
It's like
you look
"Hey,
the
guys,
youngest
look at me.
there,
Look at these
though.
handsome guys, and let me look at that shit. Come on, man.
You look like the youngest.
I
though.
like. I just happy to be here. Yeah, it's not a good. look
Mel's
right
a
there.
trip. He's
Mel is. Let me tell you something. One of the most misunderstood motherfuckers, and a talented guy
Oh
to
my
burn.
God,
Mel
is he
Gibson.
talented? Oh my
And let me tell you something. If
yeah.
you knew, like,
Racist,
it's like
but yeah,
this
super
idea
talented, racist.
that we're still gonna that this guy's still dealing with this shit after going sober, apologizing, like doing his thing.
all he did
that
is the sugar tits thing.
it's like you're still. It's like, let me tell you something. We're done. Unless this society has completely abandoned any measure of forgiveness.
well, they have though.
Get the
He's still
fuck
working
out of
though.
here. Yes, and I love him. And I'll hire. Listen.
They
I was
they
happy
made
to
him
work
take a
with
seat for 10 years.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
He
They go-
said that.
Yeah.
He said, "Listen, I knew I was gonna get blacked out for 10. I knew I was going
10
dark
years?
for 10
He
years."
said That's so
they said that.
fucked
They
up.
go,
Yeah.
hey, dude, you got to take a seat for 10 years.
10
That's
years
what they said.
with the sugar tits.
No,
here's the thing.
it was an anti-Semitic rant. I mean, it was, and there was also the other thing about the black. There was the.
Oh, did he go?
N-word.
I haven't heard.
There
in a
was
long time.
there was a couple of unfortunate incidents.
He gets
He was
drunk.
hammered though, right?
Very drunk.
Yeah.
Very drunk.
But you know what? Massively
so
talented guy.
talented.
And by the way, you know what it is? It's like there's a great story. My brother was reading this thing on Che Guevara. I think I told you a story about like Che was a kid in Argentina, and he's driving through the countryside. And he was from Means. His dad was a before he became a sociopathic murderer. His dad was a doctor and whatever. Had a car in Argentina at that time. Nobody had a car, and he catches sight of Che making fun of like the peasants working the fields. He pulls the car over. He grabs him. He plants him by the roadside. He says, "Don't you ever think you're better than anybody. Talent is the only aristocracy." And I fucking love that.
I think
and Mel
that's
is
true.
absolutely part and parcel of that statement.
Talent
you can't keep
talent
a
finds
good
its way
guy.
through.
He's a fantastic director.
Apocalypto.
Dude,
Passion
fantastic.
of the Christ.
Yep.
Wait, has he done any?
Braveheart.
Hacksaw Ridge. I mean,
Hacksaw-
come on, dude.
Oh,
like this
Oscar
guy's.
nominated.
And by the way, he's this or he's that. He's a race. He made Apocalypto. They spoke an ancient language. Like, get out of here with this shit. I adore him.
You know, I heard the story about. Yeah, he's an
He is
absolute
so
beast.
good.
And
He
by the
did
way,
have a problem with alcohol, and he would go a little crazy. I guess,
bro, haven't
Dude,
we all?
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
Oh yeah, no.
Dude, he'll tell you stories
Hall of
about.
Fame.
He'll
Hall of
tell you
Fame.
stories about
First team.
Dude, he'll
First
tell you
team
stories
All-
about
first
the
team
old days
All-American.
of Hollywood, like
First team
sitting in a
All-Americans.
room by him and his other handsome Australian friend, and then Andy Warhol just peek around a curtain and take a picture, and then disappear back behind the curtain, and then over here. There's Warhol again with the camera taking a picture. I mean, it's the best. He tells the best stories.
Yeah.
Is Mel all good in the head? Is he?
Mel's the best.
Oh,
yeah, he's all
Mel's,
good.
you know what it is? Mel's a
intense.
hyper bright guy.
He's
But
intense,
you're
though.
seeing, dude, there's a moment on
He's
the thing.
intense?
By the way, he
on the
dislocated
spectrum?
Frank's during the fight. He dislocated Grillo's jaw. Knocked
Yeah.
it out of
Yeah.
place. They had to reach in Frank's mouth and literally like pop his jaw back in.
He's the kind of guy who, like, I've only had a dinner
Dude,
with him.
Signs.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy who does this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right, everything he does is like intense as shit. Like he's eating, and we're talking, and because I was right next to him, I basically was there for 3 hours. And when he would taste, he's eating, putting butter on his bread, and he just goes, and he takes his fingers and goes, I know. And then he goes, let me smell that wine, because he can't drink. He goes, let me smell that. And he goes, I swear to God, he goes, and then
like
he's
smelling it?
And bro,
he's just so intense.
He's got the forearms. He's got literally Popeye.
huge
is he
forearms.
married?
Huge
Yeah.
forearms.
I think
beautiful
Keaton Rosie,
27.
yeah, she's gorgeous.
To a
She's
beautiful,
just-
and she's a writer. That he's directing her next movie.
Yep.
Oh, I bet
she's
he
a
is.
fantastic writer too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like but you look at a guy like Mel and you go, that guy's a monarch. That guy's one of those dudes. Like Frank and I looked at each other a couple of times. We're like, it's Mad Max. I mean, it's Martin Riggs from Lethal Weapon. Look
at that, look at that.
Yeah, it's Riggs.
It's Riggs.
It's Riggs.
Riggs.
Damn,
So
he's
yeah,
amazing.
man. He is one of my favorite people. And by the way, you get a call like I got from Mel Gibson about
yeah,
Boss
she's
Level,
hot.
and you never forget it, man. And then Stallone calls you saying, Mel said, "Hey Joe, it's Sly. Mel's talking about you. Mel want to talk to you." But I mean, it just is fucking great.
It's such a great marker.
Come on.
When
These
does
are
it-
like
when does
these are my childhood. These are my
love
heroes.
it.
Man.
When does
I
it
love
come
it.
out?
I don't know. Tonight is a big screening. Tonight at the Grove, they're screening the movie, and I'm not going anywhere near it because I just don't want to be.
That's a weird. Yeah, those are
But
weird.
dude, you know what you do, dude. I used to like even on El
For all the
Chicano.
studio
Like I told
heads?
him I don't want to read anything. I don't want to see any reviews. I don't want to see. I just want to see numbers. I want to see. I don't give a shit because you wind up diving
want
down this
opinions.
rabbit hole. It's
Yeah,
like
you don't want that.
some idiot in Wichita doesn't like it. I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah.
It's just.
But the
bullshit.
screenings for the studio heads, or
Screens for all the studios. So CAA is putting it on,
Ooh.
and these guys are murderous. Rampaging marauders in
Yeah,
the
they're
room.
assassins,
I love
man.
it. So
Yeah.
you couldn't. And it's listen. It is a absolute. People talk. It's a game changer. It's a game. Frank Grillo's career and life ain't going to be the same after this movie.
I know.
He does something extraordinary in that film.
he's in Italy right now shooting with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, he's the bad guy in Hitman's Bodyguard too. So
shit.
Frank did something. There's scenes because he'll admit this, but he got to squeeze out. He didn't want Rio, his son, in the movie, and he called casting and said, "You can't put Rio. I know Joe wants Rio in the movie. We can't. He's never acted before. Blah blah." That kid steals every scene he's in with his dad.
He's
Oh,
such
wow.
a beautiful
And you know what's
boy.
amazing? You think about your child, right? You look at that kid in a way that I don't care if the best child actor in the world.
Correct.
You're never going to look at that kid the way you do your own flesh and blood.
Yep.
So those scenes with them, it's like our DP said, that movie's funny as shit until it's not, and then it's even better.
Can you tell us a little bit about what this?
So
I don't wanna give it up.
Frank is it's like Groundhog Day meets Die Hard.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wow.
so when he wakes
I'm
up,
in.
instead of like, what's happening to me? The shit's already happened to him 140 times. So he knows this guy that he calls Mr. Good Morning. He's going to wake him up. The girl's going to scream. This girl he was with the night before. He wakes up. The guy swings a machete at his head. He blocks it. He knows exactly what he's going to do. Hits him with the coffee. Waits. Rob Gronkowski comes up in a helicopter with a side-mounted,
Gronk.
minigun. Gronk lights the place up. Kills the guy. Frank takes a knife, throws into his head. Helicopter comes into the thing. He's sitting there very quietly, waiting for everything to happen. Then he looks, he gets up, jumps out the window, lands in a sand truck at the right time. All this shit, he's timed everything out. And he's like, and all he does is go to. So when this happens, his only recourse is, I go to the same bar, the same like Chinese restaurant run by Ken Jeong. Michelle Yeoh is in there. I go to the same place. I wait. I get drunk. These people show up and they kill me. And I've never lived past 12:47 p.m. ever. And so that's the basis of the film.
Okay.
And then Naomi Watts plays his ex-wife, who's a physicist, and they have a son, and so on and so forth. And so then he realizes, wait a minute, this has something to do with her, but she's been killed by Mel Gibson's character, and
What's Gronk like?
Gronk was great. I mean, Gronk's like a giant 6-year-old that is just a
giant frat boy.
Yeah,
still,
and he's so funny and so like, yeah, whatever. Like he's just
Yeah,
down.
that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
You know he retired, huh? Yeah.
I wonder if that's because he wants to get into movies.
I think so. But listen, he was dynamite, and that cast, our dear friend Wilhelm.
Yeah.
The best.
Was so good, man. He's got a couple scenes. I shot a scene with him, and I said, literally, it was like a 2-shot of him and Mel. And I say, bro, you're the only actor in the history of movies that was in a scene with Mel Gibson where he was out of focus. I kept Will in focus the whole shot, and all you do is hear Mel behind him talking. Mel's out of focus the whole moment. I was like, Sasso, congratulations, bro. You belong to a fucking club of one.
You upstaged Mel.
Yeah. So, so tonight's a big night.
All right.
And I'm not going to go anywhere near it. I just want to stay back.
Now, when you become super rich, what are you going to do? How's your life going to change?
Well, I'm super rich like Schaub, super
Wow,
rich.
nobody's a CBD bag.
I mean, Ferrari rich? Multiple
rich.
Ferrari rich?
You're going to buy
Floyd Mayweather rich?
Have you settled on what Ferrari you're going to buy?
No, man.
I got a text
Joe's
from
a car
him.
guy.
I got a text from him and Chris
I think the
D'Elia this
488,
morning.
brother. I think the 488.
Really? Is that the one you were leaning toward?
Yeah.
What is it? What is it, Brendan?
the
3,
F12.
Bring it up.
325, 350?
The 488 horsepower?
Yeah. No, dude. Cost.
Oh, cost? Depends. Man.
He's going.
Brendan doesn't want to cost.
No, he's
doesn't
going,
want to talk about.
He's going secondhand.
Yeah, I would never buy it new.
He's going
I would never
secondhand.
buy it new.
Oh, 2000. Okay, that's not bad.
No, that you can't walk in.
From
you couldn't walk in there and
dude.
get
You
it
walk
for
out, it's
250.
over 3, bro.
Yeah.
It's 325.
Yeah. There's a waiting list.
You could do that if you didn't
nightmare.
spend so much on horses.
I could,
Why do you have so many horses?
because my wife loves to ride horses.
Yeah, she
How
can't
many
have
horses
one.
does she have?
She has no. Now she
She's
has
an
next. A
expert
couple
rider.
off the books. So she's got 4 now, 4 or 5. But they're all good. And she's talented. She's a great rider. So
Yeah.
you got to,
Horse though, you know.
look at the McLaren. Good Lord, look at that car, man.
What would you
Look at
rather have, a
that car.
McLaren or a Ferrari?
I mean, McLarens are. Listen, dude. I just telling you, I haven't driven that before. I drove the 458. It was the greatest automobile I've ever sat in because you somehow feel like you're hovering above the road in a weird way, man.
have you driven this thing, Brendan?
No, Friday I go.
So you haven't.
So wait,
even
Brendan, have you
tested
driven the 458?
I've driven a 450. I've never driven a 488 or the
neither.
F12.
The
He
F12
has
incredible.
what's the Porsche you have?
GT3 RS.
Oh, dude, you got the one that. Wait, didn't that one kill Paul Walker?
Similar. Yes. I think was Paul Walker in a GT3 RS or was he in a GT? He might have been that boss one GT.
I don't mean
but
to say
the guy from
like that's the one that killed Paul.
no,
Walker.
the
Just
guy
happened
from
to that car.
Jackass died in a
GT.
Yeah, Paul
Wait,
Walker
which
was in
guy
a
from
GT.
Jackass? Ryan
Dunn died in a
God.
GT3 RS, I think.
Just too fast. Too fucking fast.
Well, Ryan Dunn, I'm not a reckless driver.
No, you're not.
It's not my style.
But brother, you can jump on that car and get weird in like a split second, right?
Well, but I drive my truck during the day to back and forth from work. Then I do stand up at night. There's no one on the road, so I take the Porsche.
Gotcha.
And I mean,
Then you
going
can
down
haul.
Sunset. You
oh,
can,
bro. And
There's
that thing
no
just,
one around.
Yeah.
You just
There's
move.
no.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
just blaze, man.
Bro, I had Panameras.
Like
forever.
it's
I had
like
the
I'm
Panamera.
Vin Diesel or
I had
some
the
shit.
Yeah, I had the Panamera GTS, and that car, like,
that's a great car,
It's
too.
a beautiful car, dude. I mean, that
Yeah,
was.
I've seen that.
And that thing just, I mean,
I'll stick to my Lexus.
Glued to the
I
road.
wish I was into cars, but I'm just I'm not. No, I don't, because then I spend too much
my
money.
brother just bought a 442. What was it? An old Cutlass convertible. He loves those. He wants the Super B. He wants the.
He likes
he's
the
into
old school
Mopar
ones?
cars.
Yeah.
like the old Super B, the 7, like the Barrett Jackson. He's always watching Barrett Jackson. Like, what can I get off Barrett Jackson? That's the kind of dough.
You watch Bear Jackson, it'll make you want to buy some shit. I'm like,
Dude, they just had-
I'd like a Firebird.
Bro, they just had Burt Reynolds Trans Am,
Dude, they have
and then the
some-
Hooper car right
yeah.
after that.
They'll have
For like
some
170
amazing
grand.
stuff. I'm like, God, I'd like an old Chevy.
I know.
It's very strange. I watch it late at night.
I know. It's
Yeah,
great.
I love it.
It's so interesting to me that guys are so into cars.
Oh, Rogan and I talked cars for, I don't know, 30 minutes
Is
last
that
night.
right?
Just Ferraris
Yeah.
and, because, you know.
He's not a Ferrari guy.
Yeah, he
What's he got? What does he have?
I think he owns like 10 cars.
Whoa.
Yeah.
See, I have an old step-side Chevy truck that's like 521 horse. It's got a V8 like the long block. It's just a brutal machine. And I told Frank says, let me put the kids in the bed. I'm like, bro, don't punch it because you don't understand how fast this thing is. It's really fast. And he did it. And Rio almost like tumbled out of the back of this
Yeesh.
thing. You can burn him. I mean, burn him. Like,
But for, you and Frank both have a Hellcat?
Yep.
Or
we have two chopped like coupe Hellcats from.
Are those the Dodge things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, don't say Dodge things.
All right, but
Are those Dodge things?
I raced off the line with my Tesla and I beat him.
Did you?
So, yeah, so you can
Don't
kiss
say
my
Dodge
ass.
things.
I don't know, dude.
God damn it.
I don't know, man.
Your Tesla goes like what? What is it like?
It doesn't matter. It comes with tofu and Uggs. It doesn't matter.
Hey,
Does
don't
it
say
really?
tofu and Uggs. It comes with tofu
Hey, bro,
and
it's tofu and
Uggs.
Crocs, bro. Get it straight.
Just such a
was a
limp,
tofu
such a limp
Uggs.
dick ride.
Bro, by the way, they have
No,
now
it's
they have the
not.
Helephant, which is the
what?
The Helephant, which is the Hellcat.
The Helephant?
They had the Demon, and now they have the Helephant, which is 1,200. It's basically a Formula One car.
See, I like what Dodge is doing. They're like, okay, everyone's into the electric car and environmentally safe. Cool.
Nope.
We're going to double down.
Yeah.
Because we know there's dudes out there with
yeah.
fat dicks and big bank accounts. And here's 12.
Man, I feel like you're so, wait, hold on, man. That's not fair.
Fat dicks,
Fat
fat
dicks.
wallets, and want to buy a fat ass car.
Dude, that's what
Look
they're-
at that thing, dude. I mean,
That
bro,
does
if
nothing
Steve
for you?
McQueen's alive today and we make
I wish he
Bullet,
did. I
he's
wish he
driving
did.
that car, dude.
My testosterone goes like this. And you
Yeah.
know me, nothing really gets
What?
me
So-
going,
so when you
dude.
get
Can you
into it,
imagine,
it's
bro,
just like,
watching? Can you imagine watching Bullet and McQueen's in a Tesla? It's like, that's what it's gonna sound like, dude. Like,
That's,
you know.
So that's what you that right there. That gets you going.
Yeah, that's a great. I've never seen that
I
before. I've
mean,
never heard of it.
shit,
That
if you
thing
look
looks
up like the old, like
amazing.
this, like a '69
The
Mach
Elephant?
1 Mustang. The
Oh,
'69
dude.
Mach 1 Mustang, dude. I want that car so bad.
I like a Mustang.
It's like
like you know how when you walk like
look at that car, bro.
you know when
Come
there's
on,
a, you know
that
when you,
doesn't
when
get your
there's
blood
just
pumping a little
you
bit.
know when a drop dead gorgeous girl like walks
Yeah,
in
yeah.
like you at dinner and you almost get pissed. Like,
Yes, yes.
Fuck.
Yes.
That's how I feel about certain cars.
Damn, that's amazing.
When one goes past me on the highway,
I
I'm
get
like,
the girl thing.
I'm like, oh, fuck.
Why can't I have that?
God,
Really? That's. I wonder what the psychology is. Is it because you want to have the most powerful car on the road? What is the what's
not
going-
me.
No?
My
It's
brother and
just
I
the
were
beauty of
my
it?
brother last night called
a
me just-
romance to it.
There's something
There's a
from
romantic quality to it.
childhood romance. When I
That's
was
it,
a
bro.
kid, man,
Yeah.
Ferrari, Port, that was the shit.
'Cause you- 'cause
like
of
my
that
brother
reach.
would call me and just like he just called me last night and just talk shit on Ferrari because we're a Porsche family. So he's like sending me videos and just shitting.
Well,
on
by the way,
Ferraris. I'm like, that's
I have
fine.
Porsches
click.
too. My
Like,
wife's
I'm
got a
not-
Maserati. That Maserati's nice. That's fast.
But like I don't care what they do on a racetrack or like you
Yeah,
know, I just
you just
Dude,
love
there's
something like-
romance.
You
it's
love
an
you're,
art.
you're just
It's
stepping
art,
into a
dude.
piece of art.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
It's kind of the same reason you like fashion.
Because, dude, you think about
Correct.
it. You think when you're a kid, did you ever think you'd own a Ferrari? Did you ever think you'd own?
What?
You see the Lambos. You see those. Like, I mean, think about this. It's so funny how far we've come from. Like when we were kids, it's like in the '80s, you had the hot chick in the bikini on the next to the Ferrari, next to the Lambo.
God, I
Everybody
wish
had
I'd
those
go back
posters.
to that.
You know what's funny?
Everything was
You know
so
what's funny?
obvious
I was
back
thinking
then.
about this the other day.
Yeah, that's what's
ZZ
great.
Top has been destroyed by that, and I'm looking at the old
ZZ
Eliminator.
Top?
Like ZZ Top, it's like what was? It's like you had beautiful women, but it's like now it's like verboten. Like it's something you can't do that anymore. You can't really.
Oh, you
like
mean-
I'm not
I-
objecting.
yeah.
Like come
I
on,
love-
It's in
I
our
love those.
DNA.
It's when I was a kid. I had
fat
Kathy
asses
Ireland's
and
poster.
fast cars, bro.
You know,
Look at how skinny those girls were.
see
They
that?
didn't
See,
even
it's
have
like
asses,
you
though.
can't do that now. It's like you can't. That's not cool anymore because it's like it's like okay.
It's objectifying.
Dude, you know what I was watching the other day in the hotel room? My brother and I were when I was in Phoenix doing shows. We're in the hotel room. We're watching Total Recall. Arnold
Great
Schwarzenegger. Great movie. There's no way he can make it today.
No,
Really?
not like that. Bro.
Oh, because when
no
he's,
way.
when he's in the machine, and he gets the pick his fantasy. They're all, do you like athletic, curvy, skinny? He's all athletic, and then they're all
terrible
classy or sleazy. He's all sleazy, and it's like going through the girl and her tits and her ass.
Damn, I'm
yeah.
Look at
building it
remember
up.
Weird Science? Remember Weird Science? They're building.
Yeah.
on the computer?
You know what's funny
Negative.
about that? That's going to happen. It's already happening with like dolls and simulation. You choose what you want. You can do it with porn. They're having all these.
Oh,
kind
dude, they're gonna customize that. You're gonna be able to ship it to your
technology-
house like a little
yeah,
like an Android.
So it may
you
be
know?
politically incorrect, but I guarantee that's on its way.
I want, you know what bothers me? It's like, are we now going to censor our past?
Of course.
Historically,
It's so strange.
are we going to, it's like I heard
everyone.
where there was a museum in Switzerland, they were literally changing the names of, it was something like Little N Boy, which is, I get it, right? But this is 300 years ago, dancing to Little Dark Boy. Are we going to revise it to the point
in
where
school,
aliens years from like thousands of years ago, wow, these people were really they really were progressive. They really were ahead of it. Look what they did. I feel like, God damn it, you can't, like, I'm not saying, listen, I understand
Mark
like the
Twain,
Civil War monuments, right? The Buffalo Bills don't have monuments built to them because they lost fucking 4 Super Bowls, okay? You lost. Put them in a museum, give it context. That's that. There's not like, Marv Levy fucking statues in Buffalo because Marv lost.
Yeah,
okay?
you don't get that.
Robert E. Lee lost.
Yeah.
You got to go, bro. We don't build statues to that.
He was also fighting
but
to keep slavery in
them.
place. So
Exactly.
I get, if I were black, I'd be like,
I'd have
get
a big
that piece of
fucking problem.
shit statue.
Get it out of here. But you know what you do? Put it in a museum. I don't care if rednecks want to go. Give it some context. Say, this is what this guy did.
Because
this is what happened.
No matter what,
it's
still
history. It's our history. It's ugly. It's uncomfortable. It's awkward.
But don't erase it.
But don't erase it.
Yeah, it's
that's
important to know.
That's more dangerous.
It's important to know what happened.
Yeah.
It's important to know. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
You had half the country fighting to keep an institution like slavery in place.
Yeah.
Because it was economically viable for them.
Yeah.
I also find it weird that we're just gonna pass over the fact that guys are into girls with fat asses and lots of horsepower. Like, we can't just.
How about this?
Schaub
sir?
brings the conversation about institutionalized racism back to fat
He's right,
asses.
though.
and
I'm just
horsepower.
like,
How about this? How about
like we're just supposed to
love
just hide that away.
Oh, why?
Bro,
Because
that might have been the greatest segue from first gear to
Although
sixth.
it's- although it's-
Wait, I have a question. Why? Because they've done study after study with men who've been blind from birth, and they prefer a curvy mannequin over a regular mannequin. They're sexually turned on. They've never seen a woman with their eyes,
Right.
But they prefer the 30 to 70 waist
Right.
ratio.
Brick house.
Now
Brick house.
close your eyes and rev a Tesla, and close your eyes and rev a fucking F12 Ferrari, a V12
Tesla
Ferrari.
doesn't make any noise.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh God, no,
That's the way we're going.
But here's the thing:
Yeah.
there's a visceral reaction to things, right? There's you feel it, and it's like, and are we trying to eliminate that from? Are we gonna say, hey, you shouldn't feel that way, or don't feel that way? Don't.
Yeah.
It's absurdist bullshit. And by the way, it doesn't work anyway. Listen, I think maybe the only goddamn good thing about Donald Trump is that what he's forced society to do. It's fucking fry whatever freak flag you happen to own.
Yeah.
It's at full mast
At least
right
be
now.
yourself.
It's on.
At least be yourself.
And by the way, good or bad,
his
that
Twitter and shit's
motherfucker doesn't
crazy.
give
I
a
know.
shit. He says more
one
and
good
more
thing.
outrageous shit, and they just go back up the fucking Brinks truck, man. But it's like expose whatever that is.
Well, be who
and
you
fix
are.
It.
Be who you are.
But don't. I don't want
here's
this
the thing,
regressive
but
nonsense.
the
Like
reg-
we get to censor everything.
But the regressive, the censoring, like, and you see this be like when you do shows all over America during stand up, some people are like, dude, you're a little raunchy when we talk about dick stuff like that. Well, I see it in person, thousands of people. That's
They
what
love
they
it.
love.
Right.
My crowd is American
Right.
bros,
Correct.
and
Right.
that's what
You are correct,
that's
sir.
what we like, man.
And by the way,
Don't
dude,
go the other way.
So wait,
Brendan. Please
you're
don't
going
go
to
the other
change,
way.
so Brendan. You're meant to let me change my sense of humor because it's off-putting to this.
This
if you
small
start,
niche
if you
online.
start
The
doing that
tastemakers.
shit,
Yes.
If you start doing that shit, all you're going to do is kind of milk toast, neutralize every form of art there is.
To be honest, I don't know how to do it. If Showtime put a gun to my head, it's like, dude, you have to
shouldn't.
stop talking about dicks, fighting, and cars,
Yeah.
and chicks.
By the way, what did
we're gonna fire you? I'm like, dude, I'm sorry.
What did Chappelle
I'm
say
out
in
of
that great
material.
saying? Chappelle says, "I have a rule of myself. I never apologize for something I say up here."
Yeah.
Good for you.
That's exactly how I
he goes on the whole Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner rant. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm not. It's like the shit is
I
funny.
mean, I
to
definitely
me,
make
you know?
mistakes.
Yeah.
Not in my stand up, but on this show.
Here's the bottom line.
I make a lot of mistakes.
here's the bottom line.
Yeah.
But
You're
I'm
not a
usually just
guy-
trying to make Brian laugh.
Yeah,
or
you're not a guy who
chin
wants.
or
You're
cat.
not trying to hurt people's feelings or be a
No,
dick.
but I make horrible mistakes.
But sometimes, we just call it like it is too.
And you- and you
I
have
think the problem is that there are a lot of people who just are not willing to look at what the reality of a situation is. When I see people actually supporting Jesse Smollett at you
That
know.
makes sense.
I'm like, come on, dude. Come on. Hey.
By the way, here's the thing. I felt like an asshole because I immediately, because that's a poor fucking guy. Like these motherfuckers,
not
these Trump
me.
guys. And then you realize what this guy did. And it's like, what? I mean, the first tip off should have been, his name's Jussie. That should have been number one.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Right.
number 2 is these two rednecks in Chicago aren't watching Empire.
No, dude.
They're not. Did no one think that these
You
two
mean the two
white
Nigerian
MAGA,
American- Yeah,
white guys
yeah.
supposedly are watching Empire and recognized him?
So weird.
Is it? Does that? That's the first alarm.
First thing we did, both of us were like, I got my nose
Bullshit,
out
dude.
here.
You're getting a 6-inch sub at 2 a.m. in freezing cold Chicago.
By the way, you still have the.
friend of
By the way,
mine,
you
two
got
white
your ass
guys-
beat and you still have the sub.
and two white guys watch
There's a lot of
Empire.
weird shit in this whole thing. Like the Terry Crews thing, right? It was interesting because I have a friend who you know, and he knows Terry super well, and he knows the agent super well, and
Who grabbed his dick?
Yeah. So the agent do you know the story?
I know
do
the
you
agent
actually
really
know
well.
do you know the details of it?
I heard the agent came up to him and was like, "I bet you got a fat hog."
No, so the agent he's got 5 kids, and he was so
Hey, bitch,
drunk.
you got
He
a
was so drunk. He's so drunk at a party. He's so drunk at this party. And he's walking around, and he just comes
He's
up.
giant Terry Crews.
Yeah, comes at Terry Crews, and he goes,
says-
but he's his agent.
Yeah.
And he knows him, right?
Oh, he's his agent.
Yeah, he wasn't his agent. He was there with a group, and he knew him. Really, he knew him.
Part of, but like a CA
Part of the
or
group.
WME.
They're all part of the group.
Okay, carry on.
So, but it was at an famous actor's house, and he was the agent was the actor's.
Sure.
I'll tell you who all of this later.
I can't wait.
So apparently he just comes up and he goes, bam, and grabs his dick, and he's drunk, but he's doing it to people. So
Oh, he's doing it to everybody.
yeah, he's doing it. He's like, my friend. He's
too old to be doing that,
Of
but
course, my
still.
friend who you know goes, hey, dude. He goes up to the famous actor and he goes, hey, dude, you got to tell your agent he's super drunk. He's a really good guy, but he goes, he's super drunk and behaving in a very fucked up way. So anyway,
people's dicks.
So yeah, so then my friend finds out that he grabs Terry's dong, and Terry's like, the fuck, you know. So he calls the agent. The agent says, I'm so sorry. I was
Terry
just so
calls the
drunk."
agent?
Well, no, the
friend.
the actor,
The friend.
the big time actor.
The next day.
the big time
He's like,
actor
"Dude, you're
calls his
grabbing
agent.
cocks."
He goes, yeah.
Yeah.
So now the
Yeah.
agent
Yeah, pro
calls
tip.
Terry.
You were grabbing cocks.
Yeah,
last
so
night.
handful of cocks
The
all
agent calls
night.
Terry and goes, listen, I'm really sorry. Are we cool? And Terry goes, yeah, it's all good, man. Whatever, you know. So, okay. So
You're not
ready?
traumatized.
Yeah, so it is what it is. You were fucking drunk as shit. You grabbed my dick. That is weird.
You know what I'd do to play Batman?
But this is like one of the biggest agents.
Bitch, you got a fat hog.
You know this agent is fucking huge,
Yeah.
right?
What?
You know this agent was huge. He was a huge agent.
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
grab my dick.
He was Adam Sandler's agent, all these
Ah,
guys.
dude, yeah,
Yeah.
grab it.
Grab it.
So now,
Grab
it.
so
Show it.
he calls him up
Hey,
and he goes,
butter it up. What are you
Cameo
going to
and
do?
Superman,
Yeah.
grab it.
so he calls him up. He calls him up. So check this out. So the Me Too thing happens.
This
2
makes
years
me
later.
sick.
2 years later. The Me
Is this
Too
true,
thing
bro?
happens. Yeah.
Is this true?
2 years later, the Me Too thing happens.
Yeah, Brian wouldn't lie on this.
And now he comes out and he goes, by the way.
Oh, hell.
And now Time Magazine.
Dude, you're
is-
out.
Time Magazine referring to him as one of the silence breakers.
Hey, you're out.
Yeah,
You're
and-
not. You can't be on my island anymore. You're out.
I mean,
Jude
come
Island,
on, bro. Come
You're out,
on.
dude.
I mean, you played pro football. You're the baddest man. He goes, I couldn't hit him because I was a black man. I get in trouble. Listen. Take it easy. He was really fucked up. You know he's not a bad guy. You know.
Also, how old is he? Terry's 50.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
You're traumatized.
Come on, man.
And this is
he said in that
By the
moment
way-
he had all the power. You hear what he goes? In that moment he had all the power.
Oh God!
And I'm like, come on. Terry.
Here's the other thing. Terry Crews went on a fucking.
And now he sued him. He sued him, and they sent him out of
Oh, my
court.
God.
Sued him for sexual harassment.
And Terry went on a PR fucking whole campaign on how he was addicted to porn. You mean being a dude? That was your cry
By the
for
way,
help.
here's the other
He
thing.
was on Oprah crying. He was like,
What?
Here's the
I
other
would
thing.
jack off
Listen.
every morning.
Damn.
Listen, Oliver Reed, the famous Oliver Reed,
Yeah.
used to
Famous
famously dick drop people at parties. Meaning, you put your martini glass down, you looked over, Oliver Reed has dick in it.
Well, he was a
It
real
was
drunk.
charming.
He was a real
Back in the
drunk.
70s,
Ruined my drink.
that
It's
was
funny.
charming.
It's funny. I've
Right?
done that to friends.
Right?
I put my balls in my friends' drinks.
I know guys used to, a famous actor who shall remain nameless, who's a buddy of mine, used to put his balls on top of if director fell asleep in his chair, balls on his head, take a picture. Right? And this
Guys
one
are
guy was
weird.
like, "Ah, you gotta
Guys
sanitize."
are weird, man.
Guys
They're
are
trying to
weird.
make people laugh.
Now, by the way, if you do that to me, somebody's gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, sure. But I've
Somebody's
had it
gonna
done
have
to
pistols
me.
at dawn. Whatever.
I've had that
you
done
know.
to me.
I'm not gonna call my agent like get a hold of the publicist. Someone grabbed my nuts the other day.
Well, he took a lot of shit from the rap community. Apparently, Terry. The
rap community?
A lot of rappers were like, bro, You know, that's just a macho.
Everyone, fuck the
Listen,
rap
man,
community, everyone in general.
You're making
Like,
a choice. And here's the thing.
Hold on, this was after you cried about that you had to go to fucking therapy because you were addicted to porn.
Yeah,
Dude, if you're addicted, I need to.
He's
talk
also
to him.
using language that's been given to him from the
lawyers, the big
from the
ups.
women's department of Yale. In that moment, he had all the power in his hand, and that was it. Took my power from me. And I'm like, oh, dude, come on. Listen,
I mean,
Do you imagine if you were his teammate and you played for the Chargers? You imagine if you're a teammate? Like if let's say Klopp's a massive man. Let's say Klopp did that. When I saw Klopp was famous, I would call him like, "Are you shitting me, dude?
Right.
Are you fucking shitting me? You're suing the agent for grabbing your dick."
But even if you
and then you quoted and said he had all the power.
Yeah, but
Dude, don't call me anymore.
Even if I was like, say you're drunk and you're a guy I don't know, you're big and I know you a little bit, and you can beat my ass, and I'm just gonna. If you came up and grabbed my dick, I'd be like, fucking, hey,
what the fuck,
I'd be like,
man?
that giant guy grabbed my dick. What the fuck? It's not. I'm
or
sorry.
you swing on him if you are.
He said if you would have swung on him, you'd have lost his career. Which
okay, but here's my question, man. And I see Terry Crews seems like a great dude and all
He
that.
does,
things.
he does.
And I'm not trying to.
Talented,
Hey, listen.
funny,
At the end of the day,
pussy.
I'm not minimizing whatever. But did you make the right call in that moment? Are people now ringing you? I don't know.
did it help your career?
Did it help?
Because
Yeah.
I assume most, and I'm not.
And
I'm
that's not a
shaming
way. I'm
anyone.
not
Me
at all.
neither.
And that's not to say steak fucking. That's the last fucking.
No,
thing
but what I'm saying is,
you know?
I feel like guys who also not this testosterone filled culture, but I feel like guys are just like, oh, dude, I can't work with that guy. That was such a bitch move.
Yeah, I feel
because
the same way.
there's actual real victims out there.
By the way, when I
That's
hear
right.
about
Like
when I
there
hear about
there was some woman who got grabbed by the pussy.
Yeah, that's
that's the victim.
Yeah.
Correct.
You're 6'3", 250 pounds shredded.
By the way,
and you're making all the money in the world. What are you talking about?
By the way, the
100%
women that
agree.
did go through that shit, the women, I think about that, and I think about somebody like, Mira Sorvino, who basically told Harvey Weinstein, get fucked, I don't want to do
Career
it.
was ruined.
And then Peter Jackson calls her years later and says, I'm sorry, I was going to put you in Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
Harvey Weinstein shot you down.
Different animal.
Different animal.
piece of
And I'm
shit.
thinking to myself,
He
go
should
fuck
die.
you. That guy's like, go away, bro.
piece of
You're a
shit.
fucking
That's
piece of
terrible.
Be in
shit.
jail
Go away.
for that.
But
That's
that woman, and again, man,
Harvey
it's like,
Weinstein?
everybody's got their,
Yeah, he's in jail, yeah.
done. Oh, by the way, out. Put him in, I don't give a shit. Like that's a bad individual.
person.
And that, to
What-
me,
what I don't like
on,
is-
on a sliding scale, where do you put that versus the terror?
But also
Very
it's like,
good, very good.
but it's also like the cool thing to do. It's kind of like
know,
it's
that's
kinda-
what I mean. It was an
It was
opportunistic
opportunity, but it's the same with comics. Certain comics that jumped on Louis C.K. Well, now that wave's kind of over.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh shit!"
But I still,
Oh,
I
fuck,
still
I
think
fucked up.
he's fucked. He's fucked.
I don't.
You think he's
he
gonna
sells
back-
out? He could sell out Staples right
Bro,
now.
I think that stuff
Bigger than ever.
I think he could. I think on that. I think in the mass media side, his movie, or whatever. I just think.
The TV production
I
side.
think it's like
As
it's
it-
not going to happen.
stand-up's
for him.
different, though.
Stand-up's different.
He
I think
never-
stand-up-
there was a clip
Bro,
where he said
he'll
never
be fine.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, Piv is now on the circuit doing
Yeah.
stand-up. Right?
Yeah.
It's like this is a difficult fucking time, and I don't think. But I'm telling you. There would be at the executive levels a pushback that it would just be a non-starter.
You mean with
Louis
C.K.?
But Louis C.K. doesn't need it because Louis C.K. came out right. He lost tens of millions of dollars because of what he did. Right, so he paid his dues.
Did you hear what he said?
But also the other thing is he's so talented. His talent is so undeniable as a stand-up. Most people are like, all right, dude, all right, man,
You're just dark.
yeah, you're
just
dark.
jerked off.
That's always been your thing.
Yeah.
But now you're really famous. People pay more attention to it. It's what he does.
He said, what do you guys want? I've lost everything, and I get shouted at, I get booed at. Do you want to take my birthday as well?
My birthday.
He goes, do you want to take my birthday too?
I mean, listen, I'm telling you, there is a trigger finger reactionary thing with that. I'm talking about
Yeah.
in television. It doesn't matter how good his show was. His show was great, right?
Great.
It doesn't matter like his movie's never going to get released. When the actress is coming out, I forget who the young actress in the movie says, it should just go away. You're not going to get. You're
But
not going to get
remember-
apologists. You're not going to get sympathizers.
No, but-
because no one's going to lean out and go, "Hey, he's not." You're going to get your head
know.
taken off.
Some
But
people-
he got lumped in with Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, it's
you know,
not
like
fair.
he got when that was so hot to do, his shit came out right around then. He got lumped in with that horrible shit, man.
Yeah,
and then so
went
people
at the- but then
associate,
he went
they
at the
associate the
Parkland.
two.
He went at
Yeah.
the Parkland kids. It's
That was a
like,
bad
homie,
idea.
that's a fucking
bad idea.
bad look. That's a terrible look. Because if you're trying to rebound, You don't go like, okay, let me do something equally horribly egregious and take a shot at these. It's like, you know. Like,
he's like that shock comic, though. He's been doing it for years, but like, he's so famous now, it makes headlines.
It's just,
also, it says shouldn't be recorded.
It's crazy that we live. Listen, it's crazy we live in the age of Trump, and there's still people so wildly offended by shit that's like contextualized. You go, wait, guys, come on. Let's measure the outrage for a moment.
It's easier though. It's easier to see. It's much easier. You get points. You get social branding points for finding the racist or finding the sexual, whoever it is, finding anybody offensive and destroying them.
But you only get the points online. Exactly. If you go around America, you're not getting points.
By the way, I had
no one's buying your shirt. No one's buying the tickets to your show.
Yeah. I had this woman named Lexi Alexander. She's a director. She's Palestinian German. Take a shot at me. And I mean a shot, basically calling me a racist. This was somebody I was kind of sociable with, and we're fellow filmmakers and so on and so forth. She took a shot at me saying, because I had watched this video of Chelsea Clinton basically being harangued by this young woman, Palestinian woman, saying it was your fault that I forget what the specific tragedy was, has so many goddamn shootings, that these types of things happen in the world. And she's at this forum that Chelsea Clinton started so that these people could have this shared dialogue, right? Sure. And I said something on Twitter like, hey, somebody would have gotten slapped, right? And this woman comes at me so hard with this racist, almost invective, like you're not going to say that about this person, and I'm Palestinian. I'm like, hey, chill the fuck.
She was looking to aim at anyone.
She just wanted to. And I'm like, hey, by the way, you're a fucking wacko.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking a bait. I just made a movie with nothing but Latinos in it. I'm not going to sit here and pull my "Am I a racist?" card and get the fuck out of here with that shit. Yeah. But you know what it was? It was deliberate, targeted outrage.
Well, also like
because I said I don't like because that kid's attitude to me sucked.
Yeah.
But Sam Harris was saying, if you call enough non-racist racist and get them fired, like he dissected the whole. Who was the guy at Netflix who was saying let's not use the N-word, and he got fired, and they knew. They were like, he was saying not to use it. And that when you actually look at the details of that, it was just like, you're getting rid of somebody he's saying let's not say it.
He's actually on your side.
Right. And by the way,
just
let's
after a while,
push that shit further down. Let's tell people, don't think this, don't think this, don't think this. And on the flip side, what you're seeing is the reactionary thing in Trump where people go fuck yourself. I want to say whatever I want. That guy says whatever he wants. I'm tired of being the thought police saying, don't do this. You're like curating every goddamn comment that you make. It's impossible.
They're so ridiculous. His deceptive use of the N-word, or at least 2 occasions at work, where he's like, let's not use the word, showed unacceptably low racial awareness.
Well, think about it, even on set now with you, B, like whenever, like I was at I was at the Improv last night doing a set, and there was a female comic before me, and I just gave her a high five. Like, I don't hug it, because I'm worried about it. I'm sure on set, it's different. Yeah. Like before all this, I'm sure you'd hug or whatever. Yeah. Not anymore.
I'd always
high five,
on
dude.
sets. I always put my arm around people, but I put my arm around everybody. I put my arm around a guy. I put my arm around a girl. I don't do it anymore.
But it's also extremists.
I'm not going to do that.
Extremists are controlling this shit.
They are.
And the problem is that they get into PR. They get into human resources departments at big corporations because they study gender studies and they have nothing else to do but be resentful activists. So now they get in there and they cause all these fucking speech codes and all kinds of stuff. They're basically tyrannical.
You know who's the first person I saw that he saw this movement coming? Obviously, he had his history with the maid at his house, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I went to an event he was at, and there's all these people taking pictures with him, but he wouldn't take a picture with just a girl. So if just a girl came up, he'd be like, you better have a friend or a male friend, and it'd have
really?
to be, oh yeah,
wow,
would not take with just one girl.
Right.
He's like, you might leave here, and then say, oh, this is where I met him. It was just me and him alone, and he'd always have another, no matter what. Wow. And I was like, why is he doing that? He's so
prior to this run-up.
Wow, dude, this is 10 years ago.
Wow.
I'm like, why is he so paranoid?
Because he ran it hard.
He ran hard.
Hey, dude, in the paint.
Still
247.
I can't believe he hasn't been Me Too.
Nanny that looked like a troll.
Oh, and also,
by the way, that Guatemalan kid looks like him as a Guatemalan. Like that kid is it, and it's like
he's a stud.
He was on Howard Stern. He's like, we're still trying to figure it out. Like I made mistakes, and like he's like, me and the family and the kids, and then what's the kid's name? I forget, because even him, we're all together as a family. Like
I said I got to me and Leguizamo had like dinner with him, and I kind of was jokingly said, we're talking about women, our daughters, and I go, well, I just don't want my daughter dating a guy like me. And he goes, that's right. That's right, me too.
That's right.
I
Arnold's
think he
fuck-
must have been very
the
worried.
Yeah, look at the
entire
kid,
world.
man. He's a handsome kid.
It's so weird because
good
the rest
looking
of his
kid.
kids don't look like him at all, except for this one.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at
that
him,
kid, dude.
Come on, do it.
Do it. You could do it.
Come on, do it.
I'm here. Kill
Do
me.
it now.
Kill me. I'm
me.
here.
That's awesome, man, though. That's awesome.
But here's the thing.
All is forgiven.
By the
Dude,
way,
his
all
mom
is
was a
forgiven, dude.
maid.
All is forgiven. By the way, because you know what? Schwarzenegger went, I mean, what are you going to do? What,
He got out of the shower and was like, come on, do it.
Ran for
Do it.
governor.
Yeah,
Come on, do
be
it
a
now.
kid.
Ran for governor.
Come on, suck me. Do it.
I know a hot makeup artist. She was 50 at the time when I was talking to her. I remember being like, "You're so hot," and she said she was at a wardrobe, and she was doing his wardrobe in his house in his closet, and he just started making out with her. And I said, "Did you?" She goes, "I did because
It's
he was
Arnold.
Arnold and he's hot, and what am I gonna do?" I was like, "Thank you for."
So Arnold he's like, especially when he's young, he'd walk in a room and it's like her,
Stud.
her,
Oh,
let's get
yeah.
Look at Pumping Iron.
Oh, yeah.
like he'd tell those stories of Pumping Iron. It's like,
Oh, dude.
that's the way it went down.
in Venice.
And again, it's like
Him
here's the
and
thing:
Frank busted nuts.
if everybody's obliged and everybody's consenting and everybody's like, it's like then but it doesn't matter because
he was such a stud.
It's called living,
Look
brother.
at his face. Come on, man.
Could there be a better life?
at his
When
tits.
you talk about the American dream, could there be a better life?
dude. The guy's name is Schwarzenegger, and he became a gigantic movie star.
was
And,
making
and
money
became
in
the
the
governor of
70s.
California.
and became the governor of California.
and became fucking multi-time Mr. Olympia.
And you think
the biggest
about it, it's
movie
like,
star in the world.
give me another.
Married
give
a
me another-
Kennedy.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
the
Stallone
greatest
in-
life of all
Stallone in a
time.
different
American
way.
dream.
I know.
It's the American
an
dream.
immigrant, an Austrian guy, like coming from. I mean, it's crazy.
with a heavy accent.
Yeah. I mean, dude, think about how baller
Look
do you
at
have to
him,
be?
look at him.
How baller do you have to be to play a robot from the future that has a fucking Austrian accent? Everybody's like, I'm in.
It's crazy. And he didn't want to do that
Sarah
part.
Connor, is she here? Can I see her? It's like, you never went, why does he have an Austrian accent? It's Arnold. You're in.
But they said, I was listening to him on Howard Stern. He was there on 2015, and he was talking about when he first got a movie offer because he won the Olympia, and they made him a movie offer, and he's
Yeah.
like, I'm not an actor,
Right.
So then he was still concentrated on bodybuilding when he moved to America,
Yeah.
because that was his main focus.
Yeah.
So he would go to acting class from 8 a.m. to basically all fucking day. Then at night, do all his bodybuilding shit
Damn.
and work out.
Damn.
I mean, you think
Nonstop.
about him,
So,
and you think
'cause-
about like Ferrigno, right?
Oh, yeah.
Two guys in incredible shape.
One was definitely, yeah.
one with charisma like to burn. Yeah, which is right.
Yeah.
But that idea of what's achievable and what's possible
Yeah.
if your drive is such.
Yep.
But Arnold
You know.
just has it. Like it's so
got it.
like he was this bodybuilder, and there's no Mr. Olympia now that you'd put in a fucking movie.
No.
Like you meet him, Arnold just has it. Like I think you would have made it whether he did bodybuilding or not.
100%.
Yeah.
Like you meet him, and you're like, oh well, there's something magical
Dude, by the
going
way,
on here.
I always said it's
100%.
like if Predator's on, I could see. I could have seen. I probably have seen it 40,000 times. I haven't
Agree.
seen Babette's Feast twice. Right? If Predator's on,
Yeah,
I'm watching.
it bleeds. We can kill it.
watching.
It's brilliant.
If it bleeds, it could kill
Right,
watching.
McTiernan, they're all out of their minds. It's the late 80s. Carl Weathers, they're just in the
Jesse
like
Ventura.
stabbing themselves. Jesse Ventura's in
Jesse
it.
Ventura's first movie.
Yeah,
And Arnold,
right.
Arnold thought it was good because they go, "You took a huge risk putting Jesse Ventura." He goes, "Well, I knew he did some wrestling, and with his physique, he'd be okay."
Bro, even Shane Black, the writer, is in that. He's jacked. They were
Shane
all
Black
doing.
was in it?
Bro, Shane Black's in. Shane Black is in Predator.
Big kid?
He's the kid that gets killed first. Where they
Yeah,
go.
he's shredded, though.
Where the girl says, the jungle came to life and took him.
He's chasing the girl and she gets away.
Yes.
And he gets fucked.
Damn,
up.
I haven't seen that movie in way too
Yeah.
long.
Oh, dude, that's
There he is, dude.
top 3.
There's Shane Black.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Wrote Lethal Weapon when he was 24 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
I wrote a letter to him when I was 18. He was like 25. He wrote me back. It changed my life. I mean, he was so cool.
That's
I went to
cool.
his house. I shot something in his house when I was doing Mad TV, and he has a library of what are those Pulp Fiction? Those graphic novels.
He
and
lives
also
in
the
creepy
books.
like Rock Hudson's old house. It's
Yeah.
a creepy
Where's
fucking
it at?
crib, man.
He had a huge house.
You know what's that
What-
place
what
off
area?
Wilshire? You know the
Hancock
thing at the end of
Hancock
Wilshire?
Park?
It's that big compound at the end of Wilshire.
Yeah, I've shot there. Yeah.
And it's kind of this weird little enclave.
Yeah.
Hancock Park.
That's
like
where he's
area.
at?
Yeah. Is that considered Hancock Park?
I think so.
That last Predator was fucking dreadful.
Yeah, all those.
Oh,
Oh, God.
How dare you?
Dreadful.
What the fuck were they thinking?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. It was dreadful.
I watched it on a plane. Usually on a
wanted to
plane,
get out?
I'll deal with some bullshit, and I'm like, this is.
You wanted to walk out even on
I
the
wanted
plane?
to jump out. Yeah, it's very strange.
It's tough, man. It's
What's
like
the best movie you've seen in the past 2 years?
What about a recreation though?
Yeah.
'Cause that's what they're doing these days.
I tell you what, Fury Road, the last Mad Max Fury Road, I thought was just dynamite.
Really?
First frame to last.
with Tom Hardy.
Charlize and yeah, just because George Miller's a stud,
see it.
man.
It's good, dude.
Bro,
it
you're
was well
missing.
done.
It was
well done.
it was
I heard Tom Hardy and Charlize hated each
Oh, they got in
other.
a fist fight.
They hate
Tunisia.
each other, and
Yeah.
the reason why Tom doesn't talk is there's parts in it that was supposed to be. There's some I heard that was supposed to be Charlize's character, but Tom was upset about it. That's what started.
Tommy's got some interesting stories. Our buddy has got a lot of interesting stories about Tom Hardy on
from
Warrior.
the Warrior.
Gav, yeah.
I was there.
Oh, yeah.
I was there for the
Brian
whole
was
movie.
there.
I know the stories.
Yeah.
I like Tom though.
No, like Frank loves him. I've met Tom. You know, it's just listen. You know,
He's one of the greatest actors alive right now.
Tom's 5'9" and hangs traps and you know like and
Tom's 5'8", 143.
right.
Tom's not a big guy.
But he's playing Bane
But
at
he's-
whatever
when he's taking-
6'3" and
when he's working out.
And he
by
plays
the way,
Venom.
Yeah, and he plays Venom.
He's
Listen,
such a good
he's a really good actor.
I think he's
man.
awesome.
You know.
I mean, when he did, you ever see him in Bronson? He's
Yeah.
a phenomenal actor.
See, I hear stories about
I like
actors
him.
like that,
I
like
like him.
acting up. You're gonna get. We're not doing that bullshit.
It's kind of the same
We're
with
not
the
doing that
NFL. Like
bullshit.
Antonio Brown, when you hear how terrible he is to work
Dude,
with,
Jesus.
coaches just go, "I'm out, man." They go, "Yeah, I know he's great, but he's great." They go, "I know, we'll find someone else." who's
Terrell
great."
Owens,
but
cancer, can't like literally on that
they say-
Eagles team destroyed their chances of winning the
They
Super
say
Bowl.
Antonio Brown just a nightmare to deal with. So then people
Who's
just like,
Hardy's
him in
not
the
that
DB
way.
that are having
Hardy's
the
not
beef
that
that he
way.
said next time I see it's gonna be on site.
"Oh, that's the
Who's he talking about?
What's his name? He's a analyst now.
Yes,
on ESPN.
yes.
Ryan Clark.
Ryan Clark.
But Tom
Yeah.
Hardy
Pro Bowl
was really
safety.
cool. But Tom Hardy did his job, and Tom Hardy was. I mean, we all knew when he was doing Warrior. I knew from Frank that CAA was like, he's the new Prince. We're going to make him a star.
Wow.
They were already seeing dailies going, this guy. He's just undeniable.
Yeah.
He's not a dick. He's actually really cool. I
Yeah.
think he's going to be a killer. I mean, it's not his success is not surprising.
No.
He did his
You know,
job.
he has so much talent.
Yeah, he's a talented guy.
He kills every role. I thought he should have won an Oscar for his movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. I thought he was better than.
See, I just
Leo.
thought it was too much. It was too much mumbling from him. We're taking these springs up the river and we're going to
Yeah, but for Leo just.
I thought the Gray was better, and I spent 4 hours talking to the director when he was in prep on that movie. To Inarritu, yeah. 4 hours talking to him about how we made the Gray, what we did, this, that, and the other thing. I was like, it was only till the end. My buddy's like, the end they kind of lifted for me. I was like, and I watched it. I was like, ew, it's a little trickery. He's a talented dude, man. Birdman's a great movie.
Yeah.
You know, he's a talented guy.
So Fury Road.
Fury Road, and then I'm thinking of like what's some other great movies that have come out recently. I mean, the Marvel
you
films
like?
are just dominating, man.
I don't find those.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
They don't do it.
You don't dig them.
No, to me that's not art. That's just that's a layup. Those are slam dunks.
But you know what it is?
It's like watching Golden State Warriors play basketball.
But you know what's funny
they're
about
going to
it?
win.
But here's the thing: you think about 22 movies and what they were able to kind of interweave through all those films.
Yeah, but it's been done before, right? It's in the novel comic, so
No, it's not. They changed it, I guess. They changed
some of
Infinity
it,
War.
some of it, but
Right.
that the groundworks, the
Sure.
foundations,
Sure.
there, and the fan base is there.
Yeah.
especially 18 to 36 males, like the fan base is there.
Oh, they want to show up. That's
yeah,
all they want.
just make a cool.
I
fucking
wish
movie.
sometimes though
It's
that
there.
people cared about this country as much as they care about Avengers and Game of Thrones. I really do. Just fucking care a little bit.
Well,
I
but
mean,
they-
I just
At least you know the ending. Because with Game of Thrones, you know the good guy is going to win. You know, I mean,
Well, maybe.
Well, maybe we'll see.
I just can't.
Cersei
You know,
fans,
I see dragons. I'm out. I've just never been able to do. I've never been able to do Lord of the Rings.
That's how I was.
That's how
but
he
then
felt.
you watch it.
But then you
dude.
watch it.
I
Maybe gotta
just started
do it.
no bigger
watching
convert.
episode.
No bigger convert.
Really, bro.
I just started watching
I hate
season 1 again.
dragon stuff.
Me
and I'm
too.
like-
I fucking hate dragons.
I see
Give it
medieval
a
stuff. It's
shot.
like, yeah, it's like this is the Battle of Helm's Deep, and there'll be thousands of orcs
know.
and dribbles
It's
and
not- it's not-
dingleberries.
it's
I'm like,
not
it doesn't
actually-
mean shit to me.
the
It's
dragons.
stupid.
The dragons are a metaphor. It's not actually.
See, the
dragons
problem is, I think
our new weaponry.
Okay.
The dragons in an arms
That's cool.
race. The dragons are an arms race. It's an arms race.
Oh, I got you.
The dragons are distracting.
No, wait, I take it back. Dragon, Rain of Fire, love Rain of Fire, Christian Bale, where they're eating ash. They burn the whole world and they eat ash.
Dude.
Rain of Fire.
Wasn't that with Matthew McConaughey?
Yes, when McConaughey jumps off the thing like a crazy maniac.
That's a fucking good movie
Yeah,
about
bro.
dragons.
Yeah. Reign of Fire.
Bring up
Jerry
the fucking
Butler's in that,
trailer.
dude.
Bring up the trailer of that shit.
Look at that. Look at McConaughey.
I forgot about
just
that.
doing
Dude,
the
have you
crazy
seen this
McConaughey
motherfucking
shit.
movie?
And Christian Bale's in it?
Yeah, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
Everybody should. I can't
think
believe
I've
you
seen
just
it.
brought this shit up. I
Reign
remember
of
this,
Fire,
and I
bro.
remember going, "Fuck, this is actually good."
Reign of Fire.
Go ahead and
6
play it.
years ago.
10
Yeah,
years
man.
ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Reign of Fire.
This was wild.
70,000 views.
That's so weird.
It was 10 years ago? Touchstone. Is Touchstone even around
I
anymore?
don't think so.
Spyglass not around anymore.
This was a good movie.
Looks
Who
terrible.
directed this, dude? Oh, that Rob. Oh, God.
They got rid of this voice, didn't they?
Sure did.
He made a lot of money, dude. He's fine.
I knew the guy.
man.
Bro, he's living in Boca. He's got a little boat.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Matt McConaughey.
How did they go from 1 to a million in less than a year?
Nobody knows, but they're awesome.
Great vision. Good luck.
It's actually a good movie.
It looks awful.
Will protect them.
No, it's
Great actors.
Blood. You take out their heart, you bring down the beast.
What's that guy do for a job now? The voice.
we had the same agent. I used to see him every
With the
day.
voice?
Yep. This guy.
It's so outdated.
It's so outdated.
This summer,
He was
See,
a
but
good
this was
guy.
awesome, man. Like, they
When I-
still
when I-
had the...
2 dragons.
Now all of us make fun of him.
This summer.
Dude, there's a moment where, I used to call
Matthew
McConaughey. My kids call him McGillicuddy. They couldn't say McConaughey. I was like, McGillicuddy.
Have you worked with McConaughey?
I've not worked with McConaughey. Nope.
Ooh, he's a beast.
Yeah.
All right,
He's
all right.
listen, another talented guy. I mean, I think, at times crazier than shithouse rap, but that's
Yeah.
some of the best people are, right?
Yeah.
But that's a dragon movie.
I used to not be able to stand him, and now I like him from True Detective. And,
He's really great in True Detective. He's really great in True Detective.
but I kind of like changed about faced on everything because I was just like, he's so vain.
Right.
And I'm like, what
With
are you
his
doing?
shirt off
And
all
that
the time in Texas football.
But then it's like, fuck it, the guys
Go in.
I've heard
No,
nothing
I'm
but
a
good
fan.
things.
I'm a
I've
big
heard
fan.
nothing but good things.
Oh, no, dude,
failure to
yeah.
launch?
Perk with him, working with him, they say he's just the coolest fucking.
He really is. No,
A
I mean,
great guy.
I've met him socially, but I didn't work
Yeah.
with him. I didn't work with him.
He's kind of undeniable.
But see, like, okay, so that's Dragon. So, but I think of like the Lord of the Rings, right? I think of like literally 3 hours of midgets running cross country and aerial shots, and then another battle, and then Viggo Mortensen and a dwarf versus 700 of these things. Like, what the
Yeah, it was
fuck is
too
going
much.
on?
Lord of
What's
the Rings
going
I
on?
couldn't get into.
Literally, dude, it's midgets running cross.
You know what?
country
My problem with Lord of the
with
Rings
aerial
is just
shots.
too long. It's too long.
Yeah.
3.5
Yeah,
hours.
By the way,
Get the fuck out of my face.
Howard Shore's score is amazing. And Peter Jackson's dude. Listen, they're technically brilliantly made films.
Yeah.
I just don't
Oh,
give
yeah.
a shit.
You don't give a shit.
No, I don't either.
And
Maybe
that's
I
my
will
problem
I
with
think
most
Lord of the
movies,
Rings. I mean, I think GOT you would like.
I agree.
Okay, that was cool too. The Benedict Cumberbatch dragon. That scene where he's like, "Hey, I can smell you." That was cool. Okay,
didn't
another
see
cool dragon thing. I'm sorry. There's
Where
two.
is
You're
that?
kind of into dragons.
Apparently, I am.
You're
bro.
referencing
Peach dragon, also
way
cool
more
dragon.
dragons.
Whatever, right?
He
Couple
knows
dragons.
Rainfire.
I love dragons a bit, dude. I won't anything with dragons. I don't fuck with. You know what's a good dragon though? And then gives 2 crazy
They just
references
brought
of
that
dragons.
up. Chin just brought up Schmog. That was cool. That's
but
a
you
cool
know all
scene.
the dragons,
No, by the way,
dude.
bring up, bro, Benedict Cumberbatch's motion capture performance. You ever seen that?
No, what a
For
weird
that?
name.
Oh, bro. He's also a wildly talented guy. He really is, man. I think he's really
Cumberbatch.
talented.
Oh yeah, he's great.
The motion capture for Smoke. Yeah, dude. Check that out. This is what Josh Brolin said. I watched this, and this is what made me decide to play Thanos in the Avengers thing.
because he kept turning it down.
Because I thought if this guy can do this, right? It's worth
never
it.
seen
Oh, he's
Hold on.
Schmiegel.
Bro, watch this. No, watch.
I smell you. I hear your breath.
I find this embarrassing.
I feel your air.
I find this very embarrassing.
Great voice though.
Brendan, if you could play Brainiac in Superman, and they said you got to do
they
like
must have-
I'm in there.
be in a-
And you got to have your dick out.
I'd be in a thong, but I feel you.
No, Brendan, we need tracking device. No, the thong's fine. Just track out this.
Hold on, let
I'd
me
be
watch
down.
this. Let me watch this.
Isn't that great?
Please, and none can stop me. No doubt you purloined it for your filthy dwarf friends.
I've actually said that line in public.
I think this
You
is
purloined it for your filthy dwarf friends. Had nothing to do with this.
He's such a good actor though.
Now show the actual thing. If you see the actual thing, it's wild.
I find
It might be at the end.
embarrassing.
It might just be at the end.
Are they? That's acting, brother.
No.
Dude, as a grown man,
It's basically Shakespeare. He's doing Shakespeare, right?
He is, dude.
Yeah,
I know the smell and taste of dwarf. No one better.
Jesus.
I mean, but let me tell you something, bro. That's going all in.
And he's
That's going
one
all
of the
in.
best.
Did
One of
they
the
fuck,
best.
did they fuck with his voice? They amplified his voice here, right?
No, dude, that's his voice.
Let me see the
And then
real one.
Yeah,
That's his voice.
yeah. I've seen this scene, so maybe Brendan's right doing a fucking thing with dragons. But this is cool.
Eye opens.
That's actually not an eye.
No? Oh,
It's something else.
yeah.
It's his asshole. It has a-
I smell you.
Kat, are you into Lord of the Rings?
I've never gotten around to watching the series,
thought you would
actually.
be.
I never saw this.
Now, Kat, you're young. Do you think Avengers is like your Star Wars?
Yes.
It is, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
The new Star
Wholeheartedly.
Wars.
My daughter says the
Bullshit.
same thing. My daughter says she's. I don't really care. I like.
They're not into
Avengers.
Star Wars. The new
No, they're
Star
not.
Wars.
Like
some
I realize
shit.
Iron Man to now is like that's your 10 years. You guys are kids. It's like that's kind of how you.
That's
I get
right.
it.
I
never
cried
even
during
considered
Endgame.
that until my daughter said something, man. You know,
Is he under this?
When does
stuff?
it start?
dude, keep going because he'll just pop out. I think.
I just want to see him.
coming.
I just want to see the character. You can fast forward, Chin.
Is not
Here
here.
he goes.
Here.
Yeah, he's fast forward. I think he pops up here and says something.
This guy seems very casual.
And I know that ring makes him invisible.
Oh, it does.
That right?
So this was the part he was just playing.
Yeah.
I hear your breath.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Do you think you need to be on the ground like that and stuff though for this? Or can you just stand here and go, I feel you. I smell you.
Brendan, the difference
do you
is,
think
the
you
difference
have
is,
to,
bro.
like-
The difference is what you just did, double scale. What he did, $4 million.
Exactly. Do you think we get a saved on some money then?
They're called Schaub's agent. Yeah, we'll give him double scale for,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the dragon.
I mean, do you need to get on all fours
Oh my
like
fucking
that?
God, this would be scary though.
You're too old to be scared of the dragon gold
know.
coins, though, you know? Stop this, Chin, before you kicked off YouTube.
Hide, boy.
I smell you. But that convinced Josh Brolin to play that part. He's like,
Wow,
that
that
guy
convinced
can
me
do that.
never to act.
I can. Okay, there's something in it.
That's not interesting to you. That's what real acting is. I get such a kick out of it. You're like, well, I want to be an actor. Have you ever seen how you have to shoot a movie?
Well, if you're
Like,
playing a dragon.
but if most people saw the way what an actor has to do, like those little details.
But you guys did that those great
Yeah,
shorts.
but that's sketch.
Finding Kid
But
3D.
I thought when Schaub was in the thing, when the agents were telling him like shutting him, or the casting people were shutting him
Yeah.
down, I thought that was great, man. I did. I thought that was
Listen,
great.
we had a.
It wasn't
blast.
Benedict Cumberbatch rolling around the ground with a motion tracker, but he had his moments.
Yeah.
It was a double scale moment.
It's not a bad acting job, right?
Not bad at all. But you know, you see people do some pretty wacky shit. Like you see people they got to stink. Like listen, Liam Neeson tells great stories about like I don't mind telling the story. He gives a shit. He told me this great story about Daniel Day-Lewis and I being on the set of
To me, the greatest.
being on the set of Gangs of New York. And he's like, when a guy's in character like that, right? He said it kind of tends to suck all the energy to this guy.
Yes.
So it's like you're like, and I think John C. Reilly or all the saying, go, what are we like chopped liver? Because nobody's saying my character name or nobody's saying, and I think Daniel Day-Lewis is phenomenal.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I also think Liam in his own right is like, hey bro, I'm going to do my thing. You do your thing.
yeah, I don't
right?
have, that's not my way. Yeah.
And I think those things, I think Hardy will do that as well.
Well, so does a Joaquin Phoenix.
Right.
Where if you're calling him Arthur and you can't call him, by his real name, and also everybody is walking on eggshells because he's not saying hello or goodbye to anybody. He's just so there and just in his own world. It does.
See,
That's his
I know,
process,
like I know,
though.
like
Look, by
I
the
know,
way,
like
it's
Jared
worth
Leto.
it.
Jared
He's
Leto was
awesome.
sending like used rubbers, used condoms
Yeah.
to cast, and like went into a meeting, had his guys like drop a pig on the table.
What?
I'm like, hey,
Who
homie,
did this?
you send me a used rubber, I'm gonna come knock on your trailer.
Who
door.
did
Yeah, that's
this?
weird.
And the
Jared
Joker's
Leto.
getting fucked
When
up.
he played Joker.
Yeah,
He
Jared
would do
Leto.
like weird shit.
And so part of me is
Whatever
like,
Joaquin Phoenix did, I think it works. I mean, I don't give a fuck what he does. If he's that good, he's that good. So
yeah, be that good. Listen,
that's
De
what
Niro
he
used
has to do,
Well,
that's
You,
what
you, well, you better hit a home run.
you better hit a home
Like,
run.
it's like the guys in the locker room that don't change their jock strap. That's fine if you're hitting home runs.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
a shitty player, we're gonna, dude. You can't do that.
You can't do it. You stink.
like
You
whatever.
stink.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it takes a lot of guts to do what I only watched it for 5 days, but that takes a lot of guts and the ability to suffer for 3 months.
Dude, listen, it does. It also doesn't because you're disappearing, and it's kind of a convenient way of saying I'm gone. I'm
I
this
have
guy.
to deal with it. Yeah,
It's
very upfront. Like
yeah.
not to talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
It
kind
saves
of
their energy
You're building
almost.
you're
Yeah.
building
Saves
their
this
energy.
veneer around you. And listen, I got another guess. If I had an actor, it's like, this is the way I want to play the part. I think it would have to be a discussion because I don't know.
It almost gives him an excuse to be a dick, though. Pretty awesome.
Because at some point I go up to him and go, hey, I don't give a fuck who you are right now. I'm going to bash you with my fucking elbow. And it could be the Joker, or it could be Jared, or it could be somebody.
Whatever you want.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But one of you in there is going to be on the ground.
Yeah.
It's like, but I just think it gets a little fucking precious pup. Like, stop. Yeah. Stop.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree with that. I get a little embarrassed.
But then all the cineasts and all the intellectuals go, oh my God, this is so brilliant.
Well, it's always
Look at
Like
that.
I said, you got to hit a home run.
Let's go take a piss.
You gotta hit home runs.
Let's go
Yeah.
piss out of our dicks. Let's do some current events.
Sounds good.
What do you got, Chin?
The first one is the new Sonic the Hedgehog trailer.
These guys are too old for it. I don't know why you're laughing, Chin. So for guys my age, it was a big deal.
Sonic was a Sega Genesis, man.
Dude,
Hey, see, they all know.
major.
Really?
Oh, dude.
Did you play
The
video
biggest
games as a
thing.
kid?
No.
Nothing? You didn't play
not one.
Madden or any of that?
No, that wouldn't be around.
Never played a fucking video game in my life.
Proud of it.
But Sonic was a big deal, but I haven't seen the
Weird sitting
trailer.
next to you.
I know.
I heard-
get
is it
sick when I
awful?
play them.
I got really
You know, I
weird.
get motion sickness.
I got
when
like
play
a
video
weird
games.
pedo
Really?
vibe as soon as you
When
said
I'm
that.
when I'm in an arcade with my son and I'm shooting zombies or something, or I'm doing anything, I get motion sickness.
No, weird. Pussy.
And you know what? You know what?
do
I'll
got, Chin?
throw when you're in Disney and you're in the simulated thing with the screen.
Yeah.
Is coming at you. I'll throw up. I almost threw up. I had to literally do it. My son's like, ah, and I'm like this.
Oh, you have a thing,
The
dude.
3D we bought the 3D shit.
Yeah,
I get
the 3D
sick.
shit's
I get
amazing.
sick
That makes me sick,
immediately.
too.
Have you done that, Brad?
I can't do 3D.
Oh,
no.
the Vive, the HTC.
I can't do it
Vive
for a
is great.
long time. If it's just a ride, I'm fine.
Dude,
I
they
can't do it for a
have
long time.
Creed boxing on there. It's phenomenal.
Yeah,
I heard it's good.
Phenomenal. Yeah. You're there. You're looking around and there's Rocky Balboa behind. It's great, man.
All right, hit it, Chin. Let me see
Boom.
this. Oh, it's not a cartoon? It's him in real time?
Is that Jimmy Marsden?
Yep.
Oh, this is a movie. Mm-hmm. Oh, whoa.
Why would they do it in real time? Oh, shit. I'm kind of into it. He has Pumas on? Oh, he's like an alien?
Oh, I think he is.
Oh, that was his bat. The bat.
Oh, my God.
I'm in charge here. Yes, I am. Between us is too vast to quantify. Agent Stump.
Listen, man.
Dude.
I got a lot of time for
movie
Jim
looks
Carrey.
terrible.
I got a lot of Jim. I got a lot of time for
Fuck,
Jim. I got a lot of time for
Carrey's
James
my
Marsden,
favorite
too.
human.
I think it looks kind of cool for kids.
Look at this. I took 9 million steps today.
Yeah, but my sons didn't grow up. This isn't for kids, but this is for kids my age. We're the 18-year-old, 30-year-olds are the ones that know Sonic the Hedgehog. My son doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, but they still watch it. This is my girl Tika.
Tika.
I love Tika.
Child in that thing?
No. I mean, yes, it's a child, but it's not mine. It's not your child.
Smells like body spray in an old ham sandwich.
I mean,
Fuck, dude.
It's different.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a hit.
why, though, dude? Why?
I don't know. I don't know why. It just seems
You don't
like
know
it's
shit.
But you know what's
Sure,
interesting?
dude. That thing's
you know,
gonna
the
flop.
Uncharted, you know.
That's why I decided to bring it up. 'Cause have you seen people online?
No. Yeah, it's just because it's just.
It looks like shit. That's why. That looks awful. Why did they make Sonic?
The trailer
like
is
a
really
human?
weird. The trailer didn't feel right.
I want to show you guys the El Chicano trailer, too, while we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. That's what's
Play
right.
that.
I don't know if that's going to be. I don't know because that's the early '90s generation
Yeah.
of video game. But
Guys
in
my
the
age.
Uncharted games, dude, the Uncharted,
Yeah.
they would play Sonic in the game. So you never know, man. There's like
Which one, Joe?
El Chicano. This is
The
on
official one, brother.
This is
The-
everywhere on Friday. El
the
Chicano. right?
9.8 million, the one down there, the one with all the great
Bam?
views.
This is
It's in theaters, not Netflix, right?
no, bro.
Theaters.
It's everywhere. Everywhere.
Watch this.
Bad things happen when the sky turns black. In the barrio, bad things happen when the sky turns black.
When we were kids, we were told about the legend.
Anytime you got hot in the hood, you'd hear those chopper pipes. Gangsters found God out of fear of the devil.
How about that line? Okay.
Who was he?
Right here, baby.
Hey, Chicano.
The cartel killed a bunch of police officers. They're coming to plant a flag in LA and reset the game.
I've never seen anything like this. It's a war zone. I knew this was coming.
And what was coming?
Revolution.
Bingo.
I was being straight with you. I have to tell you, I'm not sure what to do next.
George Lopez. George Lopez is out of his
Try doing
mind.
what's good. Now I have to do what's right. I have to become this. It's the only way to protect my city.
That look in your eye.
What do you see?
Rage.
Know thy enemy. I run these streets. This is all out war now. They're coming 24 hours in the damn burst.
¡Para la familia!
I am neither right nor good. I will make up the difference in blood.
Dang.
Damn, dude.
By the way,
El Chicano, the ghetto Grim Reaper.
$6.5 million movie. I raised $14 million for everything. To shoot that film, everything, even to put it out. All the
Damn.
P&A,
And you
everything
produced-
you're seeing,
you produced that.
we paid for all that stuff.
Oh, wow.
Because no studio wanted it. They all passed on it.
Wow.
50% of the tickets bought in North America are the Latino audience, and they passed. So there's a lot riding on it.
It's cool, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
I'm
will you
hoping,
know
guys.
how it does? Like right away.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? I just don't want to I want to step away from it because I'm the guy that you watch it I'm sure you guys they'll come out brother, you read the Complicated Apes where oh, here's some reviews of the show. You just stay away from that
Yeah,
shit.
I don't see.
Because you just dive down this, it's just a dark.
But with Saturday, but it's good timing
She's got
because at least
7.5
not out with
IMDb.
the Avengers and shit.
No, brother. By the way, I'm hoping
you don't
the
want to
people
compete with that.
No, but the first weekend. But listen, we're going targeted markets. Like we're going into heavily Latino markets.
Who is producing? Who is what's the studio?
Briarcliff, which is Tom Mortenberg, the only studio chief that won Best Picture Oscars at two different places. He won for Crash at Lionsgate in 2006. He won it for Spotlight for Open Road, which released The Gray. So, yeah, they all passed. Everybody said no. They
Oh,
didn't
I
get
know
it.
that guy. He was a stunt guy.
That's Ben Bray. Yeah,
oh,
man.
great guy.
Yeah,
Ben's a great guy.
That's cool, man.
Love
So
that.
yeah, there's that.
That looks great.
I'm hoping.
So you can go see that
crossed.
theaters nationwide.
Friday. Yes.
Get your ass there.
Get your ass there. Gonna be
I think
good.
we should end on that.
I think that's a good end.
Promote the
I
movie.
love
Yeah,
it.
we
Thanks,
don't need to go
boys.
anymore.
No more Ferrari talk. No more,
No more chicks.
no
and
more
grabbing
chicks. No more
dicks.
fat asses and
Nah, man. Go
full
see the
throttle.
movie.
Fat walls, fat dicks.
Chicano.
fat waltz,
Fat
fat
asses.
dicks,
And great movies.
and great
right.
movies. Is this Brendan's schedule?
Yeah.
Tampa. Brendan Schaub.
Tampa next week, Friday, Saturday after that. In Cleveland. Get your tickets, tfatk.com.
There you go. Miami. May 9,
Oh,
10,
my birthday.
11.
It's my birthday. There it is.
Yeah.
50, bro.
Oh, dude.
Miami
Callen's in
Improv. Come
Miami.
see me. Come see me. Orlando, May 17, 18. Indianapolis, June 6, June 7, 8.
tfatk.com. Well, we appreciate you, man.
Thanks, guys. for
You're the
having me
best.
in.
Go see his
Seriously,
movie.
boys. Appreciate
You're the
it.
best, pal.
This
Great.
Friday.
This Friday,
El
theaters
Chicano.
everywhere. El Chicano.
This is the Fine Kid. We're out.